Hello guys, in this lecture we are going to see the voltage regulation and no load current of transformer. Estimation of voltage regulation. Regulation of the transformer can be defined as the change of secondary terminal voltage while changing the load from no load to the full load with constant primary voltage. It is expressed in percentage and or sometimes it is expressed in per unit value also for full load at a given power factor. If V2 is the secondary terminal voltage under specified load and A2 is the secondary terminal voltage under no load, then percentage regulation can be defined as percentage regulation is equals to A2 minus V2 upon A2 into 100. If secondary voltage rises while as load going to decrease, that is removal of load, so A2 becomes greater than the V2. So then the regulation is arbitrarily denoted as a positive. If suppose load is going to increase, then secondary voltage is going to be dropped. So we can say that the V2 is greater than E2. So the regulation is become the negative. So here you can see the equivalent circuits of the transformer. So Re, that is nothing, equivalent resistance, Xe equivalent reactance of the transformer, and this dash on the each word is denoted as the all the quantities is referred to the primary. So here also primary voltage V1 is shown, secondary voltage referred to primary is V2 dash, and phasor diagram also shown. With the reference to the secondary voltage referred to secondary, that is V2 dash, here consider a reference, and I2 dash is the secondary current referred to the primary, which is flowing through the equivalent resistance Ra dash and reactance Xe dash. So it is because of presence of the reactance, it is going to lag with respect to V2 dash, so with the angle of phi. And I2 dash and Ra dash, that is nothing but the resistive drop, which is in phase with the I2 dash, and I2 dash Xe dash, that is reactance drop, which is leading to the I2 dash, and resultant primary voltage V1 is shown here in the phasor diagram. You can see here. Now ZE is nothing but the equivalent impedance of the transformer, and it can be defined as ZE dash is equals to Re dash plus JXE dash, and Re dash is nothing but the R1 plus R2 dash, and Xe dash is nothing but X1 plus X2 dash. Now V2 dash is nothing but the terminal voltage on no load, terminal voltage on load referred to primary side. So V1 is equals to E1 is equal to E2 is nothing but a corresponding secondary no load voltage referred to the primary. So we can define the percentage regulation as V1 minus V2 dash upon V1. V1 is nothing but the no load voltage of secondary referred to primary side. V2 dash is equals to is nothing but the terminal voltage on load referred to the primary side. So we can define V1 minus V2 dash upon V1 into 100. So we can calculate the V1 as per the phasor diagram here. You can see we have to calculate the V1, this vector. To calculate this vector, you can take the vector addition of V2 dash, I2 dash Ra dash plus and I2 dash Xe dash. If you are taking the vector addition of this, you can get that V2 dash plus this one having two components. The cos component is nothing but I2 dash Ra dash cos phi, and this vertical here component will appear, that is nothing but I2 dash Xe dash sin phi. If you are taking the V1 is nothing but V2 dash plus I2 dash Ra dash cos phi plus I2 dash Xe dash sin phi, and again here appear minus V2. That's why from this one V2 dash and this is minus V2 dash will be cancelled. Then result will be I2 dash Ra dash cos phi plus I2 dash Xe dash sin phi upon V1 into 100. Here you can define I2 dash Ra dash upon V1 is nothing but epsilon R, and I2 dash Xe dash you can define as a epsilon X. This is nothing but this is nothing but the regulation defined in the per unit. Now no load current that is denoted by I0. I0 of the transformer is comprising of two components, that is core loss current component, that is IC, and magnetizing current component, IM. The core loss component IC is always in phase with the applied voltage, and magnetizing component IM is quadrature with the applied voltage. Therefore, we can define the no load current of the transformer I0 is equals to root of IC square plus IM square. Now, core loss current and magnetizing current can be possible to calculate. So we can define in general, core loss current is equal to iron loss in watt per phase divided by voltage per phase, and magnetizing current MMF, that is ampere turn per phase, divided by turns per phase. Thus, estimation of no load current involves a proper estimation of the iron loss and the MMF or ampere turns of the magnetizing circuit. So we are going to take two cases, that is of for single phase and three phase. Let's see the estimation of the no load current. For consider the case 1, that is single phase transformer. Just define the sum terms LY, LL and LY. LL and LY are nothing but magnetic path, length of the magnetic path through the limb and yoke respectively. And ATL and ATY are the ampere turns per phase for limb and yoke from BH curve corresponding to the flux density in the limb and yoke respectively. And as per the constructional diagram of the single phase core type transformer, there are two limbs and two yokes. Therefore, we can calculate the total magnetizing MMF required as AT0 is equal to 2 times of ATL into LL plus 2 times of ATY LY plus MMF required for joints. It can be calculated with the help of the LG, that is the air gap length. So it is nothing but MMF for joint is nothing but B upon mu 0 into LG. That is B upon mu 0. This mu 0 is having the value of 4.10⁻⁷. So we can calculate approximately as 8 lakh into B into LG. So the calculation of AT0, it is of peak value. This is peak value we are calculating. Hence we have to find out the RMS value of the magnetizing current. We can calculate it as, hence IRMS is nothing but AT0 upon root 2 into T1. T1 is nothing but the number of turns of the primary winding. Now for core loss current, PIL, PIY, both are the specific core loss in watt. Both are in per kg. It is very important, per kg. So it is of respectively for limb and it is respectively of yoke. GIL and GIY, that is nothing but the weight of the iron in kg corresponding to limb, and this is of GIL, that is GIY, that is weight of the iron in kg corresponding to the yoke. Total weight we can calculate, total iron loss we can calculate. This PIL is nothing but specific core loss of limb for 1 kg, or for this GIL it is nothing but the weight of the iron in kg for the limb. So we can calculate for the limb PIL into GIL, and similarly for yoke PIY into GIY. So we can calculate total iron loss, that is you can say PI is nothing but PIL is PIL into GIL plus PIY into GIY. So current loss, core loss current, that is IC is equal to PI upon voltage per phase. Consider the case 2, 3-phase transformer as compared to the single phase. In the 3-phase we have 3 limbs and 2 yokes. So we can define the ampere turns or MMF required is 3 into ATL into LL plus 2 into ATY LY plus MMF required. MMF required for the joint is same as previous. So we can define AT0 is equals to 3 ATL LL plus 2 ATY LY plus MMF required for joints divided by 3. This is for per phase. Magnetizing current we can calculate in the RMS, that is IM is equals to AT0 upon root 2 into T1. So core loss current IC is equals to Pi upon 3 into voltage per phase. Now Pi is nothing but the iron loss for all three phases. Let's see let's see one example how to calculate the no load current for a given specification. Calculate no load current of 400 volt 50 hertz a single phase core type transformer. It's most important that single phase core type transformer cases here. The particular of which are as follows: length of the mean path, that is 200 centimeter, and gross core section, that is gross core area, that is AGI is given. We require the AI, that is net iron of the core, that is net iron area of the core, that is AI. We can calculate the AI with the help of relation AI is equals to stacking factor into gross core section. So gross core section is given, that is 100 centimeter square. In this example, we have to consider or assume the value of stacking factor. We can assume as a 0.9 normally. Joints equivalent to 0.1 mm air gap is given, that is LG is given, and maximum flux density is 0.7 Tesla. Specific core loss at 50 Hz and 0.7 Tesla is 0.5 watt per kg, and ampere turns 2.2 per centimeter for 0.7 Tesla. Stacking factor 0.9. It is given, so it should not be taken as a it should not be assumed that, so it should be taken as a 0.9 only. Density of core material, that is 7.5 into 10⁻³ kg per meter cube. Now let's see the solution. Total MMF, first of all, we have to calculate here. We have ampere turns, that is total ampere turns of 2.2 in centimeter for 0.7 Tesla. So we can go with the 2.2 into 200 for magnetic path, that is 80 into length of the magnetic path plus 8 lakh into B into L, that is of MMF for joints. So 8 lakh into flux density 0.7 into length the air gap, that is 0.1 into 10⁻³ into 10⁻³ to convert it into centimeter. So you will get the total ampere turns is of 496. Now we have the EMF equation 4.44 FBM AI TPH. Now it is challenged to calculate the number of turns to calculate the component magnetizing component IM. So from this basic equation, EMF equation of the transformer, we have to calculate the transformer turns, number of turns per phase. So first of all, we have to calculate AI. AI is nothing but the net core area, that is AI is equals to stacking factor into gross core area. We have stacking factor, that is 0.9, and gross core area we have 100 centimeter square, so we will get the 90 centimeter square. We have to convert it into meter square, that is 90 to 10⁻⁴ meter square. Now just putting the values of here, EPH is 400, 4.44, frequency 50 Hz, BM is given 0.7, and AI we calculated here, and we have to calculate TPH. Adjust this equation for TPH, and we can calculate TPH by putting the values as we will get 286. For RMS value of the IM is nothing but 80 upon √2 into TPH, that is we will get 1.226 ampere. Now total weight of the core. Now we have to calculate the core loss component. So we have to calculate the total weight of the core, that is you can define total weight of the core is equal to volume of the density, and volume can be defined net core section into mean length. So by putting the net core section AI, and mean length is given 2 meter, that is of here you can say 200 centimeter is given, so you can convert it into meter, so it will appear at 2 meter, and the density 7.5 10⁻³. We will get the total weight of the core, that is 135 kg, and total core loss is 0.5 into 135, that is 67.5 watts. The core loss component is nothing but the total loss divided by per phase voltage. By putting the value of that and by using the I0 is equals to root of Im square plus IC square, you will get the total